Hey, did you bring it? It's the BYO podcast. So this is the first episode, obviously. Fun. So apparently, yesterday at 2:07 a.m., I wrote a list of topics to talk about. So I'm probably not going to use many of them, but I think we should start with the first one that I put on, which is the state of pre-Wandavision Marvel Television. Now, if you don't know, Marvel Studios and Marvel Television are two different companies. Marvel Television did the shows Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Punisher, The Defenders, Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, Inhumans, and Hellstrom. And Marvel Studios did WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye. Now, Marvel Television wasn't overseen by Kevin Feige, whereas the newer ones are the Marvel Studios TV shows. And it has created some sort of divide whether some of the shows are canon or not canon. I'm here to tell you my thoughts, I guess, on that. So, I feel like it's very easy to... before I get into obvious spoilers for just every Marvel thing that came out in 2021. Pretty much. And every Marvel thing ever. So, yeah. Okay. You gone? Cool. Okay, so we've already seen some of the characters show up in other things. We've seen Edwin Jarvis from Agent Carter show up in Avengers Endgame. We've seen Wilson Fisk from Daredevil show up in Hawkeye, and we've seen Matt Murdock, Daredevil himself, from Daredevil, obviously, show up in Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, of course, just because it's the same actors doesn't always necessarily mean it's in the same universe. But it is. At least those shows were written when they were conceived to be in the same universe as the movies. That was the entire selling point of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the rest of the shows that came off of it. Heck, even Kevin Feige was there to announce Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So he didn't have any involvement with the show necessarily, but he was there when it was announced. Now, people, think, these old shows, they're not canon anymore. Because, yeah. But even, they could very easily be written into the main timeline. Which they are in the main time. But, you know what I mean. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Everyone likes to say, it's too hard because they go to different universes and all that stuff. Not universe like the future and all that, the past. That's fine. It doesn't actually affect anything. If you actually watch the show along with the MCU at the same time, it doesn't mean, and it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't mean anything. The only fault is that it doesn't mention the snap/blip, when obviously it should. But that's fine. It really is. It's fine. It's very easy. Because you've already got... Okay, there's already several connections. In Season 1 of that show, we have many MCU characters show up. We have Lady Sif from Thor and Thor the Dark World, and I guess Loki as well. We have Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, Maria Hill, and Sitwell. Obviously, can't use the Sitwell connection anymore because he died in Winter Soldier. But the other three, they could work. With Fury and Maria Hill, that is very easy, and there already is a connection in Avengers Age of Ultron with where do you think they got the big helicarrier from? They got it from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, in the show, they explain it, and then it shows up in the movie. And it makes sense. There's like... Like, the show... One episode of the show ends with Coulson telling Marie Hill he found where Loki's scepter was, and they should call the Avengers. Guess how Avengers Age of Ultron opens? It opens with the Avengers getting Loki's scepter. So, you know, it's whatever. And then there's also Dr. List in this is season 2. Dr. List from Age of Ultron, and yeah. From that, there's your connection already. There's already a connection to the show. And obviously, Coulson, being the main character, very big connection. He is in 5 movies. He's in Iron Man 2, Thor, The Avengers, and Captain Marvel. It's pretty easy to assume that, like, it's in the same universe. Yes, Coulson does die in season 5. And then alien version comes up in season 6. And then there's an LMD built of him in season 7. A robot version of him. But, you know, there's your connection. And you could very easily have a lot of the characters just show up in other things. Like, you may have heard the Hawkeye Mockingbird thing happen in Hawkeye in the very last episode. Who cares? You still have the Mockingbird from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shot. It's easy peasy. Ghost Rider, easy. Agent Carter, Jarvis shows up. It sets up a lot of the other shows in some ways. But, you know, it also sets up Winter Soldier, even though it came out after Winter Soldier. But it takes place before. It shows the start of Zola's plan, because he is in the show. So it shows the start of his plan to infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.D. Which, you know, is what they would... Yeah, it's whatever. Now, the last ABC show, Inhumans. This one's a bit different. There's very minor connections, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, so like the connections... There's the Inhuman Registration Act, which was the thing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that was connected to the Sokovia Accords from Captain America Civil War. So there's your connection. Also, Inhumans being there. And there's Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Other than that, there's not really anything at all. Maybe there will be, because there's been some rumors that Black Bolt from the show might show up in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But we have no idea yet. I doubt that's going to happen. But you never really know, do you? Netflix shows, very easy. There's already connections to Daredevil, meaning the rest of them must be canon. It's not that hard. Yeah, they may not want to use the Iron Fist actor. That's fine. Iron Fist is like a legacy character anyway. Just pass it down to the next person. You could just mention that it happened. You don't even have to bring it back. Like, it's very easy to do that. And the rest, people seem to be fine with, so just keep them. Cloak and Dagger. There's connections to the Netflix shows. There's connections to Agent Carter through Zero Matter / the Dark Force, which is in Doctor Strange. From the Dark Dimension. And Roxxon, obviously. Roxxon and WHH is in everything. I talk about it in the Chalek episode I did on Iron Man. I think I talk about it in that one. Or Black Widow. I talked about it in one of those two. Yeah. So, that's fun. Next, Runaways. Connection to Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger show up in Season 3 with the Darkhold. Do you know where that shows up? WandaVision. Do you know where the Darkhold also shows up? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Even the showrunner of WandaVision said, yeah, I can assume that that's the same book from those shows. Because in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they point out that it changes design. Problem solved. Yeah. And Hellstrom, that's the one that is the issue. The showrunner of Hellstrom has said that it isn't in the MCU. But it was written to be in the MCU. There's even a newspaper prop that mentions the Sokovia Accords, which is interesting. Yeah, that one I don't know much about. Haven't actually seen it, but I can only imagine that if it is in the MCU, that's fantastic. If it isn't, who cares? I feel like it'd benefit the show if it was, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. That's how you could connect everything to everything. Pretty simple, if I do say so myself. Okay. Now, looking at the list of topics, what do we got? Yikes. Do you want to talk about being alone? Yeah. Tough topic. I completely understand if you wouldn't want to. But that's probably going to be the rest of this podcast. Expect a lot of awkward silences, I guess, for this segment. Yeah, okay. So, I actually have a sticky note that I'm updating right now, actually. Okay. It's got a list of things. Okay, we got times cried, times left out, bad thoughts counter, bad days, and good days. Let me tell you what it says right now. This is January 8th at 9:42 p.m. I need to update it already, actually, by one of them. Okay, so times cried. 1. This is from the start of 2022, by the way. Times left out. That's actually moved up to a 2 now. Bad thoughts counter 57 in 8 days. That's not good. Bad days 8, good days nada. I'm not going to talk about what it's about. You don't know me. But it's hard. It can be hard sometimes. There's the lyric to a song. If you ever watched my vlogs on my vlog channel that I did in like July, then you might know what this might be about. Because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just because I feel that no one cares about me at all. It's blatantly obvious at this point. Always left out. No one wants to talk to me. It's not good. Yeah, I have no one at all. They're all gone. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the last time, I can't remember the last time that I actually felt like I was accepted. But, you know, it's whatever. Okay, and look, it's very hard to, talk about, because I have this thing that I always say to myself. Multiple things, actually. The main one is, if I was left out, it's probably for a reason, and everyone else is more happy without me, so I'm happy that they're happy. They're happy, then why should I care? Everyone, I'll suffer if they're happy. And the other thing was, oh my god, what was it? I actually don't remember. I had it a second ago. I don't. What was it? Oh my god. Really breaking it down. What was it? Oh my god. I legitimately cannot remember for the life of me what it was. I think, though, so I just said if everyone else is happy thing. What was the other thing? I don't remember. Whatever it was. Don't ever think that about yourself. Like, don't. Just don't. It's not good for anyone at all. It's a very, very, very bad idea. Yeah, it can lead down some very bad paths. It hasn't led me down anywhere, but it probably could. So don't ever do that. Ever. Like, please. What was it? Oh, God. Yeah, but yeah, I have no one at all. Why do you think I do this podcast alone? I mean, I kind of want to do a podcast by myself anyway, but you see, I don't have anyone else. Well,
No one cares about me. So, you just get used to it after a while. Sitting alone in your room, making stupid things like this. It's such a waste of time. And you wonder, why? Oh my god. You wonder why you waste your life doing stuff when no one cares about you. You feel me? No one cares about me. And I've sadly gotten used to that. I shouldn't have gotten used to that. I shouldn't have gotten used to being left out. But I have. At this point, I don't care anymore. Because it happens so frequently that I don't care. But it shouldn't happen frequently. Should it? Technically, it shouldn't happen frequently. But it does. And there's nothing I can do about it, is there? No. You're right, there isn't. So, no one's going to listen to this anyway, so it doesn't matter. You know what really sucks? You really want to know? When you are invited to something, and then you're mysteriously uninvited because something gets cancelled or it doesn't work, but secretly it does, and we just didn't want to have you there. Wow. Wonder if that's ever happened. I wonder if I did something wrong. Did I? I don't know. If you have a problem, why don't you just talk to me, okay? Is that so hard for your mind to comprehend? Honestly. But no. Instead, I want to mentally torture you for 7 months, leading up to the point where everyone tries to avoid you. Huh? Is that what you want? Is it? Is that really your goal? In the end, is that what you wanted? Because you've gotten what you wanted, buddy. You have succeeded at your goal. So congratulations. I hope it was worth it. You are such an incredible human being, aren't you? I bet you're so proud of yourself. Anyway, that's my Joker arc done. Airplane food, am I right? Yeah, I stopped that midway through because I realized that's starting to sound a bit creepy, so I am going to stop. Yeah, no, not gonna do that. Yeah. So I actually happen to hit every single topic but music, so let's talk about music. I don't know what this topic means. I just read the word music. So, you guys have Spotify, you use Spotify, you use Apple Music. I personally use Spotify, and it's alright. It's pretty cool. You know, I got lots of playlists, I got one for 2022, I got one for me going to sleep, got some other ones. Yeah, it's cool to listen to. Oh, yeah, it's sick. Sorry. Yeah, it's sick. Anywho, that's my sob story. Hope you enjoyed it. I didn't. Good night and tame your phone.